And I knew it. Michael got sick. He was like patient 0, and then everyone
He's
around
been
him
sick
got
for like 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah, Jeff's sick too, right?
Everyone's sick.
You say it with such disgust.
Are you sick?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It's that healthy British immune system.
No, I thought you were one of the guys who went down. I thought you had a.
I had a sore throat for like a day, and I was good.
And you're like, I can't be bothered.
Well, I always find that it's mental, because sometimes if you feel like you're getting sick, you just start feeling it, and then you give in and you become sick. But the last few times I've had that feeling, I've just been like, I'm not doing it. I'm not
wish I had your willpower.
I'm not gonna do it this time, and I'll skip it. I'll get like a bit groggy for a day, and then it's whoop, straight back up.
Really?
I haven't been sick for years.
You would make the world's shittiest doctor. Because that'd be your advice. It's like, oh, you're getting sick? Yeah, just don't do that.
Just
you know.
imagine
Do that
you're
less.
not sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Fine.
But you can cure hiccups that way. Have you ever done that where you just what? What are you laughing at?
Well, I imagine someone coming to you and they say, Dr. Free, I have cancer. And you go, oh, I got that. Stop. Give it up.
Just cut it out. Just stop it.
If you think of the next hiccup, if you wait for it, it will never come.
Is it like-
Absolutely not true.
That's
No,
not
it's true.
That's not true at
Sometimes like you'll think about something else, you'll be talking, it'll be like, you'll just get it. It will just interrupt you. If you do nothing else other than focus just on the next one and just be ready for it, just be ready to pounce, like it will never happen, and then you'll never have hiccups.
What exactly would you pounce?
I don't know, just be ready to like not be caught off guard by it, because a hiccup always catches you off
Brace
guard.
yourself.
all. You know how they always say you could scare someone with hiccups
Yeah.
and it stops the hiccups?
Yeah.
One time I saw my dog had the hiccups. I'd never seen a dog with hiccups. And I was like,
I like where this
he's
is
got the
going.
hiccups. And he was like just sitting there on the floor like hiccuping. So I jumped up and started screaming at him. And he like started running around all panicked. Didn't hiccup again.
I didn't know a
Fucking-
dog
Cried a lot, but no hiccups.
Cured the dog.
scarred mentally for life, but fine.
But
He doesn't let me pet him anymore, but you know, whatever.
I can cure my hiccups. If I get hiccups, I just drink water in a certain way. I don't know how to
Do you drink out the other side of the cup?
Nope, I just drink it and swallow in a certain way and my hiccups are gone. Every single time.
That's what she said.
No, she never said that. She never talked about her hiccups ever.
And I'm a big fan of like lifetime stats now. I want that for everything.
It's like the high scoreboard.
Yeah, I want to start a business based on a weighted toilet seat where
Go on.
it'll be called shitstats.com, right? That's my new business. And it like weighs each dump you take and the duration, and then over your whole lifetime, you'll be able to see like longest poo.
What I
or,
might
like,
be- what I'd be more
most
interested in,
food.
like-
Shit on the toilet seat.
No.
That's all I
No, no.
It's measuring the difference in your weight pre
Yeah.
and post.
No, I'm not
defecation.
like taking dumps on the edge of the toilet seat.
The other thing I'd be interested in is it could measure the volume of the water in the tank and measure the volume of your poop.
Let's make this
Dude,
happen.
we're
Kickstarter.
Do
I've never thought of this once. Like one time out
Dude,
of all the times
I want to do this to everything I spend so much time doing that I have to do. Like,
Why
I have
you-
to do a poo.
Why don't you weigh all your food and then weigh yourself?
That's just
I'm not
ridiculous.
going to do that because that requires me to do something. If it's a toilet seat that just does it as I'm going about my life.
There's our new first world problem. My toilet seat doesn't tell me how much shit.
What would you use the information
Why
for?
not?
Just like interested, just like, okay, what is the most
Great
I
dinner
got out
conversation.
in the shortest period of time?
like, if you can track a
time
stat-
to weight ratio of dumps.
Do you mean like
If you
over
could-
days
if you-
or like in
No,
one
like say like
session?
you, it wasn't your shortest ever poo, but you shat the most that time compared to how long you were on
If
it.
you can track a stat, why would you not track it? You could
Yeah,
find
exactly,
something
lifetime
like,
stats. Just
like
track them
that's why
all.
I think volume is better because you cannot measure volume of urine by weight, but you can measure it by volume in
Yeah.
the. In
But
the
Why
Yeah,
can't
I'm-
you measure volume of
because
urine by weight?
if you stand, there's no way for the seat to.
Well, I pee sitting down a lot, but yeah.
But I think volume is the way to
It'd just
go.
be
You
interesting,
guys
like,
are one step away from like a Howard Hughes, like saving your piss in jars, wearing Kleenex boxes on your
we
feet.
should weigh our fingernails as well. Like, what's the biggest chunk of thumbnail you've ever
just
clipped
everything,
off?
like stuff that you won't look at until you're on your deathbed, and you'll just be thinking there, wow, I wasted a lot of time sleeping and doing twosies.
Oh, I took a big shit, though. That was cool.
let's see like the final stats. It's like game over. Here's what you achieved. Here's your performance report.
Do you know who was
And then you can
supposedly?
compare it to all the other people dying around you.
Plus also-
what was your biggest dump?
Well, it would be
3
interesting. It's like
pounds.
over a
God,
lifetime.
Jesus, why are
how
you
big of a
saying this?
difference is there between food eaten and waste produced?
Right.
Like, what's the delta on that?
Although, would you have to eat all your food on the toilet seat though?
No, you'd have to find a way to weigh your food ahead of
Yeah.
time.
All I'm saying is that invention that you just came up with is probably the
Shitstats.com.
next version would then have Wi-Fi built into it. If that was the case, I would never log on to Facebook ever again. They had like a button to share.
Connect with Facebook or
Oh my
Twitter?
god, fuck that.
Gavin just took a huge deuce. Hashtag
Good
shit
lord.
stats. There you go,
The shit
Gavin.
my toilet says.
So
Christ. I thought of stupid shit during the day.
finally Tumblr would be relevant to people. What would you do with the information? Like if you found out this was
It's
the record
interesting
breaker.
information, just unique.
It's not.
No, I think stats are really interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
like,
I
like
would
when you play a
actually
video
come to
game, you fire how many bullets, and like they track all
Yeah,
that
and you
stuff.
can compare. Like, would you be interested how much you've slept compared to another man of your age?
Okay, now listen. That I do. Like,
'Cause
there's
you probably
that's
slept
a
less than most.
That's a function of the Fitbit. So when
Oh.
you can wear the Fitbit at night on an armband, and it'll show you over time your sleep patterns and when you wake up or whatever. There's even now a I'll look at the name of it. I think it's called a Xeno or something. It's a headband you can wear.
Do you think NASA would be interested to know how much people's poops weigh? This has
They
to be
probably
benefit
do.
for an
They probably have that
astronaut.
on the show.
They probably have to know.
I bet the Army knows.
How much fuel does it cost to move like 2 pounds of turd?
Right? Do they make the astronauts to like go take a dump before you get on the space shuttle?
Yeah,
You're gonna save
well,
us
they-
$20,000 in rocket
Gavin,
fuel.
Gavin, think about that really logistically.
What?
Why would they have to know how much the poop weighs? They're not.
What do you mean? Every single thing inside the space shuttle is as light as it can be because it costs so much money and
Where does
fuel.
the poop come from, Gavin? I mean,
I'm talking about
they put the
food.
food on the ship.
Yeah, they don't want to put extra poop on. If they've already eaten it, they're bringing in more than they need.
He's talking,
know what
about,
I'm saying?
he's
They're
talking about takeoff.
Yeah.
The astronauts are weighed. The astronauts weigh what they weigh, complete with poop. The food that they
What-
put on the
what do you mean
ship
they're weighed with
weighs
poop?
as much. They don't go into space and poop comes from.
No, but if they can dump on the ground and they can lose 5 pounds of
Yeah.
weight from everyone dumping,
They weigh them
You
before
just-
they get in the goddamn
Right.
shuttle.
What I'm
Why,
saying-
why are they weighing them for at that point? They've already built the shuttle. They've already put the fuel
Why
in.
would they weigh the poop? Why
They're
would
not
they
going to
do
weigh the
that?
poop. They're not
You're just
going
doing
to
what
weigh the
every
poop.
family does before you go on a vacation. You say, hey, go to the bathroom and take a shit before we go on this long trip.
Yeah.
we're
That's what
going
they're
to the
saying they
moon
need
and
to
there's no
do.
rest stops.
We
on
did that
the
before
way.
the podcast. Everybody go take a shit. We don't know how much shit this couch can handle
It
before
costs
we
a lot
start
of money to
recording.
broadcast the extra weight.
I misspell her name frequently. I transpose the L and the E in Dunkelman. So just to avoid any confusion, I put umlauts and accents on every letter
is that
in
why
her
I
name.
got an email from her?
So yeah. So now whenever I have to talk to Siri, if I say call Barbara Dunkelman, I have to say call Barbara Dunkelman. And that's how Siri says her
Siri
name.
repeats it back to you like that. Can you do it on your phone right now?
Let me see. Let me see.
Because my car does that too. It's like
Yeah, she repeats it.
Let's
I
see.
say call.
Duncan's now.
Call Barbara Dunkelman. No, it didn't work.
It doesn't work, man. I'm telling you, man.
Call Barbara Dunkelman.
Siri's camera shy.
Calling Barbara Down-Kalman.
Barbara
Now her phone's
Duncan.
gonna see if Barb's phone is on.
Hopefully I hung up on that.
They made it. It's like showing in theaters now. It's like a total like anti-Obama piece, and it talks about how this guy researched Obama, and essentially his philosophy on Obama is that Obama is
I had not heard of that.
regardless of content or the message it's trying to send.
I was Ellis from Left 4 Dead 2 2 years ago, and I got really drunk, and I was in character all night, and that was real memorable. I'm sure everyone fucking hated me at that party, but I had the time of my life. I made out with what are the blue people from Avatar? Navis?
Yeah.
You made it with a blue man.
I made out with a Navi. I made out with a girl that was dressed as a Navi, and I went. I was outside in front of the house, and good times were had. And then I went back inside, and I was like, "Hey, dude, what's going on?" Because I was still in my awful accent, and everybody started laughing, and I'm like, "Man, I'm real good at this impression." But they were laughing because I had blue paint all over my face.
Yeah.
Did she give you a blue finger?
Did you get it?
I'm not gonna answer that question because it sounds really loaded.
Did you get a blue job?
I'm not gonna blue job. Sadly, not that night.
Or you can always say, go from the party, say, I got blue at the party tonight.
Everybody would just be really disappointed in that. So, guys, I got blue tonight. Really? Yeah,
We gotta get Fleshlight as a sponsor somehow. I don't know how, but because we talk about him so much. Did you know Fleshlight has a Navi? Yeah.
What? Does it come with like a little tail that you insert into something?
Oh, gross. No, I don't know.
They
You
also
can-
have like
you can
a
hook your ponytail into it.
generic alien
Is it taller?
as well.
Wait, a generic alien.
Like
What does
not a
that
Navi,
mean?
but like a weird alien one. I want to say they do. Maybe I'm thinking of the Navi
Here's
one.
a weird colored fleshlight. Have fun. It's alien.
I don't want to pull it up and
Please
insert
don't.
it into the
I'll
stream.
do it.
We'll make
make my
Lindsay
search
look at it in the linked up, and then she'll be like, "That's highly inappropriate."
I don't want to.
How are they not a sponsor? We talk about Fleshlight so often, spontaneously.
Someone got offended last week's podcast because we showed that gross video at the end, and they said that it wasn't fair that they had to watch that. And I said, well,
Fucking force.
don't
What video
watch
was
it.
that?
It was
Whoa, this is
the
a fun
gross food
website.
one at the end.
Yeah.
It's like, well, then don't watch it.
Yeah. And we said it was gross. Whoa! What the? You can't do that.
What was that?
I was just showing
Butts
him.
and dicks and stuff.
I was just showing him like screenshots.
I hate that you can't unsee things.
Okay, all
There
right.
needs to be, if there was a
So-
thing,
What if it was a... Sorry.
if there was something you could install that it was like, it just flashed the last 10 seconds of memory out, would you do
I
it?
could give you
No.
a concussion if you
No.
want. We'll see. We'll keep doing
Everything's
it until it works.
progress. Jeez, this site is.
Stop!
It's
Stop! I
pretty
can still see
relentless.
it. Don't
Okay.
do that.
Okay,
Why don't you want to see that?
let me see here.
It's just
Hear
what
about-
it's just what like fake vaginas and stuff.
Did you hear about that
You want
story?
to be in the mood for that though, don't you?
coming out of, I think it was like some small village in China. Some dude found what he thought was like a really crazy
They are
fungus
committed,
as a
dude.
fleshlight.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they said it was on that news report,
Oh yeah, they had a.
and they were like watering it and stuff.
What was the video? What was the video we showed at the end of last week?
It was the food one, like where the guy ate gross stuff.
Oh, that was
yeah,
disgusting.
Yeah.
Do you remember that girl who was in Australia who was dressed as a TARDIS?
What?
Yes, I do.
That was a pretty good outfit. I
That
ruined
was
it.
a-
Was
with
she
that,
dressed
though.
as a TARDIS from Doctor Who?
Yeah, and then I asked her if she was bigger on the inside, and she really didn't like that.
Yeah, it was a funny question, but it was. She
gave me
ran away.
such a bad look.
She didn't like that very much. Yeah, but she looked good in her TARDIS outfit.
One time I was at a Halloween party years ago. This must have been like 10 years ago now. And I was a little tipsy. And this girl sat down next to me. And she had a baseball glove on her head. It was like tied to her head. And I was like, oh, that's funny. You're a catch, right? She said, yeah. And she's like, no one else has gotten the costume all night. And we started talking, like we started really hitting it off. And she's like, yeah, my boyfriend asked if I was a baseball. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And then like as if on cue, he like perked up from across the party and saw like his girlfriend talking to me and like marched over and started like, getting in my face.
bro?
Yeah, throwing me. I was like, I'm sorry that I understood your girlfriend's costume. I'll leave now.
Halloween, man.
I love protective guys. They're so easy to mess with.
What'd you do? You didn't do
I didn't do anything. I was just talking to her.
You should have said, look, I'm just dressed as a fucking wimpy nerd. I'll beat the shit out of you.
I'm an MMA fighter.
What were you dressed as?
I think I was dressed as
Someone really good at math?
I was dressed as a cholo with the guayabera and the hairnet and everything.
Fuck, you should have worked that. You should have been like, fuck you, Holmes. I win. Come on, step to me again.
Pepper thing.
You-
This
you-
looks like a.
It's just a candy.
It tastes like watermelon.
Oh, good. Well, that's what it is. It's just a watermelon candy.
No, it doesn't. Fuck that.
Oh my god!
Is it hot?
That's really fucking.
I want to try something.
It starts to burn. Oh fuck.
We're gonna lose people. We can't have everybody go down.
Can I go down?
We're only about 5 minutes left in the podcast.
It's
anyway.
not. It's definitely not as bad as the real thing. But I'm not gonna eat that.
Oh my god.
Go on.
Wow, that was like
Why did you do
15
that?
pieces of that
Life.
candy. Put it back in the bag.
For
Put it back in
listeners
the
at
bag.
home,
Give up
Gavin's
fast. Give up
regretting
fast.
his decision.
Put it in the
Wait, hold
bag.
on. I'm gonna time you. I'm gonna time you. Try to make a minute. Try to make a minute.
Believe in
Oh,
yourself.
I'll make a minute.
It's just
Yeah,
like
I'll make a
hiccups.
minute.
You're
Oh,
fine.
no.
You're not sick.
Nah,
Yeah. Mind over matter. Mind over matter.
it's getting warm.
It's not hot. No, it's not. It's so cool. It's like the.
Does it? Give me the package. I want to make sure it doesn't say not to eat more than one.
Too late.
This is like when you had your first pill and Jack just massaged you.
This contains sugar, water, glucose, citric acid,
Gavin looks like he's
artificial
contemplating
coloring,
something.
and bootjalokia.
Oh Jesus Christ! You are. Oh,
you
he's
going?
gone.
Are you-
And he's gone.
Mute your mic
Then there were
before you do
three.
anything gross.
No, don't do something gross.
He's running to the trash can. He's off. Gross.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. I'm
Jeez.
proud of you, man. How you feeling?
You made it 30 seconds.
I will give you $1,000.
What? What?
$1,000. You're not circumcised, right? If you place this remaining single Butjalokia candy in your foreskin,
People should give that candy out at
$1,000.
Halloween.
You're sick.
$1,000.
I don't want to be right now. My tongue is still burning.